Hi, welcome to Language Geek. My name's Tatiana. In today's video, I'll be talking about why I started learning English and became an English teacher. But before I talk about how and why I started learning English in the first place, I want to share a bit about my background. I was born into an underprivileged family. There are 6 girls in my family, and I'm the oldest. Growing up, especially during my academic years, I was quite ignorant. I wasn't good at school at all. I was what you would call an F student. And I remember vividly feeling envious of the teacher's pet. At the same time, I didn't even know why I had those feelings. My father is illiterate. He went to school. Yes, he spent around 7 to 8 years stuck in grade 1. But he couldn't read or write, so he eventually dropped out. I remember one time he told me, "You know what? Don't try. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Maybe you're just like me. Schooling is not for us." And I believed him. At the time, I thought he was right. Later on, he started comparing me to my younger sisters who all were doing better than me academically. And I remember vividly how insecure that made me feel. After graduated from high school, I worked on a farm and helped with the house chores, fully expecting to become a housewife. Fortunately, my aunt sponsored me to come to Canada and I went straight to work in her salon. I enrolled in a language school to learn some basic English, but I wasn't interested in learning. I saw no point in trying because I believed I was ignorant and incompetent. I went to school because I had to, not because I wanted to. So I dropped out. I quit again. My life was quite boring at the time. I went to work every day, 7 days a week, to send money back home to support my family. And I thought I could get away with my poor English because everything seemed fine. I mean, my English was mediocre. I always struggled to explain things to the clients. But I had great experience in doing nails. I had been doing nails for so long that I became an expert and I took pride in that. Until one day, something profoundly life-changing happened to me. For some people, it might be the end of the world, but for me, it turned my life upside down. It changed the way I perceived myself, the people around me, and the world itself. My mindset shifted, and here's what happened. After doing nails for one of the clients, she went to the front desk to pay, but it took her quite a while, and I got nervous because I knew there had been some sort of miscommunication. She had been trying to tell me something during the section, but I didn't understand her. Usually, I would ask my aunt to help translate, but that day was extremely busy that I couldn't get any help. So I tried to finish her nails quickly to move on to my next client. Later, she told my aunt that she wasn't happy with the service. She said the shape that I gave her wasn't pointy enough. She wanted me to clean her cuticles more thoroughly, but I didn't. Another issue was she wanted an extra massage, but because I didn't understand her, so I didn't give it to her. And she was telling my aunt that I was rude because she was trying to talk to me. And I didn't talk back. You know what? It wasn't that I was rude. I couldn't speak. I didn't understand her and I couldn't talk back to her because I didn't know how to speak English. My aunt ended up giving her a discount, and the client left happily. Luckily, I didn't get fired. Obviously, because she was my aunt, she couldn't fire me. I know, but I quit in the end. The only thing that she told me was I had to improve my English. I can't just live my life like that. But I told her, I told my aunt that English wasn't for me. And my aunt told me that she was disappointed in me, and she thought that I could do better because I was young, so I can learn. To be honest, my aunt's English wasn't perfect either. But what set her apart was her confidence. She always spoke without fear, and I admired that so much. Honestly speaking, after that day, I felt humiliated because my aunt kept telling me that she was disappointed in me, and she thought I could do better. So I really couldn't sleep, and my head was overwhelmed with all kinds of questions. Am I that useless? What can I do now? What did I do wrong? How should I start first? I thought about everything. But in the middle of that self doubt, I kept telling myself, I can do better. I can be better. I can learn. I can step out of this comfort zone and elevate myself. And that's how I started learning English. I actually had the audacity to want a foreign boyfriend who doesn't speak Vietnamese. And his first language should be English. So I can practice English with him. And I succeeded. I actually found a boyfriend who speaks English and who happens to be my husband now. I'm so happy I did that, and I'm so happy I really stepped out of my comfort zone and went the extra mile to find a boyfriend and to practice English every day. Even some days were so hard for me. Because I went to work every day, 7 days a week. But after working at the salon, I went home and I still made some times to listen to English podcasts. And I finally discovered my potential. I believed in myself. I knew that I could do better. And I'm invincible. I wasn't what my dad told me. I wasn't that useless. And I'm not like him. I can do better. I can be better. And I'm the one who knows exactly who I am and what I can do in life. All thanks to my resilience and my husband too, who patiently enough to help me with my English every day. I finally uncovered the deep and hidden strengths that had been inside me, waiting to be awakened. But to be honest, the journey wasn't easy. Nothing is easy, guys, but you have to take action. You have to take action and you have to do it. And then you would motivate yourself to keep going every day. I've been dedicating all of my free time to learning English, and thanks to the wealth of knowledge I've been acquiring throughout the English learning journey, that makes me become a more confident and stronger person. I have to be honest with you, it wasn't easy. I had burnouts, I had depressions and stuff like that. Sometimes I felt so depressed that I started to cry. Sometimes I was like learning and I couldn't understand stuff, so I burst into tears. But every morning I picked myself up and I continue the journey. All thanks to my resilience, guys. And also thanks to the internet. Because without it, I couldn't learn English by myself because I didn't go to school. What I did was learning English online through YouTube videos, free courses online, and stuff like that. So, see, without the internet, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you and sharing my knowledge and experience. The quickest way for you to be fluent in English and reach C1 or C2 in English, you should implement the habits of learning every day and don't stop, because habits will help you continue learning even if you are tired. I know some days you feel more exhausted and you want to stop and you want to quit, but because you already have the habits, you wouldn't think of like sleeping. Instead, you would still sit on your desk and start writing down the words that you learned that day. There are so many sources for you to learn English. I usually learn English through YouTube videos, and sometimes I binge watched Netflix just for the sake of learning. And also I shadow while watching. So watching YouTube videos, TV series on Netflix, also podcasts, all kinds of stuff can help you immerse yourself in English. Learn English like a baby. Immerse yourself in it. Live in it. Don't visit it like a foreigner. After learning English for some time, I eventually reached a C1 level in English. I felt so proud of myself. That's when I started thinking about teaching online. I began by offering free classes online, and eventually I charged for my lessons because I deserve it. I now have a Facebook page of 500,000 followers learning English for me, and I'm proud of that. After gaining a strong command of English, I wanted to empower the people who had fewer opportunities, those who, like me, once believed they were incapable. I don't want to brag about this, but I've just finished HSK4 in Chinese in just 7 months. I know, I learned Chinese a lot faster than English because I already have the experience. I've adopted the right mindset and strategies for learning a language. And I can't wait to share those strategies with you guys. I believe there's a reason behind every success. So try to find your why you want to learn English. And once you know the reason, then figure out how you're gonna do it. Just take action. I found my why and I achieved it. I truly hope you will too. Remember, acquiring knowledge is a journey. There's no end to it, no matter your age, where you're from, what kind of background you have. If you truly want to do something with your life, you can do it. And that's it for the video. Please, if you like it, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. That's mean a lot to me. I promise I will try my best to create better and better videos for you guys. Until next time, bye.